Christopher Swift is Adjunct Professor of National Security Studies at Georgetown University. He joins us now live from Washington. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, why? When just a few days ago, Assad would have denied or certainly wouldn't have admitted that he had chemical weapons, are we now seeing Syria applying to join a global ban on weapons? Why have they made this move?
Well, there's two reasons. The first is tactical and the second is strategic. The tactical reason is in the short term they want to appear to be aligning themselves with international norms on the use of chemical weapons. It's been a very difficult couple of weeks for Syria. They have a significant interest in making it more difficult for the United States to intervene in Syria. So this helps some of the messaging around that. But the strategic reason is probably more important, and that is to get people focused on chemical weapons in Syria and Syria's compliance with the treaty, rather than looking at the larger problem in Syria, which is a civil conflict that's been festering for more than 2 years and has displaced more than 7 million people internally and externally from their homes.
And do you think the world is guilty of doing just that, of focusing too much on the chemical weapons element of this war?
Well, look, the chemical weapons element is an important one in terms of the international norms and standards to which we'd like to hold governments. What happened outside Damascus on August 21st was absolutely appalling. But so much of what has happened in Syria over the space of the last 2 years has also been appalling. And to focus on this exclusively is kind of a distraction from the real issue, which is how and when and under what terms is the international community going to force the parties to the table and conclude this war?
And also, if we do look at sort of the logistics surrounding this proposal to put the chemical weapons under international control, I mean, how do you do that in a country that is in the middle of a raging civil war?
Right. Well, this goes to the fiction of the Russian proposal. And look, there's some value in the Russian proposal insofar as it gives all of the parties an opportunity to get together around the table and for the diplomatic process to go forward. I see value in that. But quite honestly, you know, the notion that we're going to send international inspectors into Syria to identify their production and storage and distribution facilities, and even if we were able to do that under conditions of civil war, it would be 18 to 24 months before we could even begin to destroy or remove some of these weapons. So the time frame here is one that benefits those that want to delay outside intervention. It's one that benefits those that want to continue the conflict in its current status quo. And it's not one that benefits the long-term goal that the international community has stated, which is ending the conflict in Syria.
Okay, Christopher Swift, very good speech to you. Thanks very much for joining us there from Washington.